All right, greetings to everyone joining us today. I'm Sandra Harper, Queen Ongwe, and Resource Stabilization Officer for CAMYOSFOP, the Cameroon Youth and Students for Peace. I will be your moderator for today's meeting. CAMYOSFOP is a non-governmental organization that has successfully helped significant numbers of families across Cameroon obtain better living standards for clean water, efficient sanitation conditions, and personal hygiene through clean water supplies, women's empowerment opportunities through training and manufacture of reusable sanitary pads, gender-based violence prevention through construction of women-friendly toilets, and health services to internally displaced persons originally from the conflict zone of the Noso region of Cameroon since 2016. These services have also been provided to the hosts of communities in Cameroon, where these families have relocated. Our objective for meeting today is to stimulate awareness of the challenges faced by the mothers and families of children with disabilities in Cameroon and to promote support from the public for overcoming these challenges. At this point, I would like to present Ms. Fournier Carrila Delphine of CAMYOSFOP, the dynamic leader of Resilient Mothers. And I greet you, Ms. Delphine.
Hello, Queen Mother. Thank you so much for giving me the floor. Greetings, mothers. Good afternoon, everyone. Fournier Carrila Delphine, épouse Kinzaka. I'm the Gender and Livelihood Officer for CAMYOSFOP and the founder of Resilient Mothers. It's a pleasure to be here today. So thank you, Queen Mother.
Thank you. And now I have 3 questions. These questions I will ask of you and everyone who is here in order to help the public understand what is needed and what is the concerns for the mothers of children with disabilities. The first, if you would introduce yourself and your family and to give your story.
I'm a mother of 2 kids. Kiara is my first daughter, and she's living with cerebral palsy, and I have also twins. So when I gave birth to Kiara, and as Kiara was growing up from 0 to 1 year, I never identified her as having a disability because I was consulting pediatricians who were following up her, but nobody ever mentioned anything like a disability on her. So, but the only challenge I had was I was looking forward for her to be walking because I was anxious to celebrate her 1 year anniversary, but that was not forthcoming. So 1 year passed, 1 year, 2 months, she was not yet walking, but she was creeping. So she fell ill, and I was out of Yaoundé because I'm based in Yaoundé. I went to Bamenda. And so when I took her to the hospital in Bamenda, they was like, the doctor immediately told me that there's a problem and that I will need to come back to Yaoundé for them to do her a brain scan and an EEG. At that level, I was a bit confused because I didn't know about that. And I was asking her, what is really the problem? She said, no, there's a little problem that I just need to go let them do these things, and then from there we'll pick up. So when I came and these tests were done, it was a French doctor, and the way he expressed the result to me was really overwhelming. Like, he just told me that from the result, Kiara will not do anything. Kiara will just be like that. And I was like, be like how? He was not explicit enough to tell me Kiara was suffering from something. This is how it affects them. I cried out in that hospital because I was restless. I had nobody to really explain. And so I decided to just, look for other alternatives. And at that point, a lot of people were saying a lot of things about, like, it's witchcraft. I'm a Christian, but I had to seek other sources to see that I could get help for my child. And the first thing is because I didn't accept the situation, because at that point, I didn't even know the name of the disability that my child had. And there's a lot of stigma and discrimination in Cameroon when you have this particular child. I realized that each time I take my child to church, she will be a focus to everybody, and some children will be running away from her because she was always salivating. There was a day I was lying on the chair and there was a music that was singing on the television, and she heard that music. She was in the room and she just walked on her toes and went to that place. So when I got up, I collapsed because I could not believe that she was walking. She was 7. And at that 7, when I saw her walking on her toes, it was something really strange for me because I never believed that kind of a thing could happen. And now the next thing was to look now for a school. So fortunately, I went to the younger brother's school, and I was just telling them there that I'm really looking for a school for the sister. And they told me that there's a new school that they have just opened. That was around Damas in Yaoundé. I just rushed there. And then when I went there, the children who were even there, there were about 4 children. Kara was even better because Kara could even walk on her toes. These children were on wheelchair, and they just told me to go and bring Kara. The next day, I brought Kara to school because I was so excited. So when I came, I started volunteering in that school. And so as I was volunteering there, I was going home, doing research to come the next day and teach. I was the one now doing a lot of things in the school. I came, but I realized that I became a teacher now. So at that point, I had to look for a training school where I could be trained as a special educator. During the training, before I could understand that Kiara had cerebral palsy because of the characteristics and everything that they were taught about children who have cerebral palsy, it's true that I knew my child was suffering from cerebral palsy because, like I told you, from the diagnosis, nothing was being said. And so from there, it has never been easy.
Right. Thank you so very much, Delphine. This is, I want to make some quick comments and allow the next person to come on, but you've shared a wealth of information, and what you've shared, indeed, things that I think we can say can definitely be addressed and provided. Not being able, the medical profession themselves not informing families that they indeed probably need more training, and the educational accommodations definitely need to be addressed, and the need for integrative therapeutic modalities. Because as you were speaking, saying that as a Christian, you felt the need to, that you weren't getting everything in one place. And that is a reality that we can't get everything we need in one place. We have to travel and go to various places that are okay to go to. It's just the information, the education that we need. I'm going to move quickly to the next person.
Yes, thank you, Queen Mother. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm Kojika Krista Fonye, a mother of 4. I'm married, 3 boys and a girl. So my 3rd child is autistic, even though I have not done any investigations yet, but he doesn't speak. So he was born in 2015. He's 10 years today, and he doesn't speak. I didn't even know something was happening to him. He went to a normal school, he was fine, but he did not speak for a very long time. So when he was about 7 years, that's when I started noticing. I was thinking that it is delayed speech, since he has no physical deformity, nothing that I could suspect. So since we had the war in the Northwest, we came down here in 2000 to Yaoundé in 2019. After staying here for some time, we noticed that he could not speak, but he was going to school, but he could not even sit in class. He's always active, always disturbing every other person, disturbing the teachers. He was always there just to disturb. So at some point, I had to send him to my back to the village to my mother, because it wasn't easy to handle him here as IDP and the other children and the rest. So after staying there for 1 year, there were a lot of traditional stories, like he will speak, it is witchcraft, all those things. My mother tried what she could try, but later on I realized that that's when I started reading only online about disabilities of people, how a child can stay without talking. That's when I fell in hands of, I read things like autism, I read other disabilities. That's when I had to bring him back. And then when he came back now to Yaoundé, last year, I enrolled him into a special Emmanuel Special Needs Center. It's here in Yaoundé at Obili. He has been there. This is the second year. At times, he makes the sounds. He has some songs that he can murmur, but he doesn't speak. Then the real issue with him is that he is very hyperactive. You cannot rest. Just now, like this, I had to send him outside before I can make this, because there is no moment of rest with him. He jumps, he makes his noises everywhere. And then anywhere you go with him, everybody must know that he is there. If I'm in church, everybody is pointing. If you go to the market, then he also fights telephones. He wants a telephone, he wants electronics.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Kojika. Very, very important things you've noted, and certain things that are being repeated. It's the the um, the words that are being applied to people, the witchcraft. That's things that we don't need to hear. Those are when people don't understand, they go to what they think is best to say, but it's not. Please, Safek Mezanka. Yvette?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm Yvette Lucie Mezanka. I'm a mother of 2 kids. My firstborn, Russell, he's 15 today, and he's autistic
Oh, happy,
and hyperactive.
happy birthday.
Yes, happy
Thank you.
birthday.
He's autistic and hyperactive. And I have a daughter who is 11. Russell was diagnosed at 20 months. And since then, we have gone through a lot. And I have to attend many seminars to gain a deeper understanding of autism, to know how to work with my son at home. And at 5, he started attending a special school, and there was a lot of improvement. He was also on diet. We tried the biomedical approach, the Nemetschek protocol, and there was also a lot of improvement.
Thank you. Thank you, Auntie. Auntie, good
Thank you for the
afternoon.
opportunity. I'm
Yes.
Bu Karin Epus Quincy. I have 5 kids and I have 3 boys. 2 of the boys, they are non-verbal, they don't talk. One is 12 years, Vianney. He doesn't talk, he's non-verbal, but he can hear. After a lot of follow-up and encouragement from my mom, from my friends, and of course, even though we send him to school, he just goes to school just for being sick, just to go and come back. The teachers, they don't really have the patience to sit down with him and follow him up. So, but he's active, very, very hyperactive. And then the other one is 4 years old. He's also non-verbal. He doesn't talk. They are always in disorder, hitting their heads. Anything they see, they want to touch. Anywhere you take them to, people just look at you as if you have brought a worst being. I don't go to parties. I don't go out to restaurants, spend special time. No, I don't take them because I know it will only be embarrassment and people will, of course, give me bills to pay for their destruction. And then there's still another one too, Limwe. He's verbal, but he's seizure related, or yes, something autism, but in a different way. But he's verbal. So he used to have seizures, and we're trying. The seizures have calmed down.
So we will round up at this time, and we'll make certain that Emily can give her talk on the video for 5 minutes, as well as the other ladies who have not been able to speak today. And thank you. Thank you for your time, for your sharing, for your honesty, for your courage and your perseverance.